Have you ever been in a group conversation where everyone is talking, but you're mostly just watching? You notice who interrupts. You notice who suddenly becomes quiet. You notice the small reactions, those tiny shifts in the room that nobody else seems to see. And then something strange happens. Even though you're the quietest person in the room, you somehow understand the situation better than everyone else. So what's really going on here? Why do some people naturally become quiet observers? And more importantly, is this actually a weakness or a hidden psychological advantage? Before we go further, I have a quick question for you. When you're in a group, are you usually the one talking the most or the one quietly observing everything? If you're an observer, comment observer below. If you're the one leading the conversation, comment speaker. It's going to be fascinating to see the mix of personalities we have watching this. Now, here is something many quiet observers experience. People misunderstand them. When someone is quiet, others quickly assume things like they're shy, they're not confident, they don't have anything interesting to say. But psychology tells a completely different story. For many observers, the brain is simply doing something different. Instead of preparing what to say next, it is collecting information. It is watching body language, listening to the tone of voice, noticing who agrees and who is pretending to agree. While most people are reacting in the moment, the observer is quietly analyzing the entire situation. And over time, this creates a powerful ability, the ability to read people. Quiet observers often use something psychologists call reflective thinking. This means their mind prefers to pause, process information, and understand the bigger picture before responding. So instead of jumping in immediately, their brain is asking silent questions. Why did that person react that way? Why did the mood in the room suddenly change? Who is actually influencing this conversation? Because of this, observers often develop elite skills in emotional intelligence and pattern recognition. They see patterns in behavior that others completely miss. Let's imagine a situation you might recognize. A group of coworkers are sitting in a meeting. One person is talking nonstop. Another keeps interrupting. The room is full of noise, but there is one person who hasn't said much. They're listening, watching, connecting the dots. Then, near the end of the meeting, they finally speak, and suddenly the entire room becomes quiet because their comment goes straight to the real issue. They noticed the tension nobody talked about. They saw the pattern nobody recognized. That is the power of the quiet observer. Not because they spoke the most, but because they observed the most. Now, here's the most important part. If you naturally relate to being an observer, you do not need to force yourself to be the loudest voice in the room. Your strength is different. Your strength is awareness. Observers ask deeper questions because they notice deeper details. They identify problems earlier because they see patterns sooner. The real key is learning when to speak. You don't need to talk more. You just need to speak at the right moment. When you share your insights, people listen carefully because they know those words come from careful thinking. If you feel like a quiet observer, remember these 3 things. First, trust what you notice. Your intuition is picking up signals others missed. Second, focus on meaningful communication. When you speak with clarity and purpose, your words carry much more impact. And third, never confuse quietness with weakness. Many of the greatest thinkers, leaders, and strategists in history were known for observing more than they spoke. They listened, they analyzed, and when they finally spoke, the world paid attention. So the next time you find yourself quietly observing a room, remember, you may not be the loudest person there, but you might be the only one who truly understands. And in many situations, that awareness is far more powerful than simply being heard. If you enjoy psychology content like this, make sure to subscribe for more videos about human behavior and the hidden patterns of the mind. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.